dance for joy or lust or anger.
So welcome to Slightly Shambolic SMMT Reviews, the series where we take a brand new car, in this case it's a brand new car in more ways than one, at the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders test day, in this case the SMMT live test day, and have just 30 minutes to film an entire review, and it all goes horribly wrong. This is a 2025 Changan Deepal S07. But is it any good? Should you care? Let's find out, shall we? So the Changan Deepal S07 isn't just a new car, it's a new entire brand in this country. The launch actually took place yesterday, which is an utterly bizarre thing to me, to know that I'm one of the very first people in the country who's not an employee of Changan to drive this car. It feels like an awful lot of responsibility for a poky little rubbish channel like me. But there we go. So this car has only been launched in one specification at the moment. It is the first of a number of Changan models that will be coming. There is a Deepal S05 that will also be on its way. Driving it just around here, it feels actually like it's got a good balance of ride and handling already. It already feels like it's quite well suited maybe for UK roads. It's more like a Tesla and any other car I've ever driven because there's no display right in front of me apart from the head-up display, which is good. It's showing me how fast I'm going, how much range I've got, where the car is in front of me, and my speed, which is really important actually. But also I can switch on the 360 camera that comes up down here. It's actually pretty straightforward like most electric cars. We have an 80 kilowatt hour battery in this and a range of about 294 miles. The motor is a single motor, it's rear wheel drive, and it has a power output of 214 horsepower. We'll have a look in a second and actually see just how fast this goes from 0 to 50, because it's a 50 mile an hour limit out here. I'm not intending to, oh gosh, the little camera's come on to show me my left side is clear. Right, let's go. Catch up with this Volvo ahead of us. Oh my gosh. Wow. Like most electric cars, it just got no drama whatsoever. Just getting up to the speed we're doing. Very smooth, very refined, very comfortable. Van almost came out and hit me, viewers. We avoided that successfully. Thank you, white van man, for your inconsiderate driving. But my little deep pal, he's happy boy. He's just going along and minding his own business. Car's got, you know, all the normal safety features, blind spot monitoring. We've got lead vehicle departure warning, all kinds of exciting things that are going on. And it just feels like, well, a lot of other electric cars that I've driven, very quiet, very comfortable. What I'd like to do is actually start operating things like regenerative braking in the driving mode. That's one thing I can't quite work out how to operate is the driving mode. I don't actually know where they are in here. It's not immediately obvious where they are. We'll have to go to vehicle settings in here and have a little play around and see what we can do. But it should be quite actually obvious where they are. In a car like this, it should be much more obvious. I can't really find them, which is bad. We've got all sorts of other things. We've got sunshade and rear seatbelt alarms and distraction warnings and all kinds of things. But I can't find the driving modes in here, which maybe there aren't any. I don't know. There should be. So yeah, apologies because this car is so new. There is just no information out there about it whatsoever. There's just nothing. So I'm sort of literally driving blind in the sort of respect that I can't find out things because no one's done really any videos of driving the car because the launch was yesterday. So if I don't know things, that's because the information's not there. My goodness me, viewers. The Changan Deepal S07. A few days ago, I had no idea who Changan even were, and now here we are. This car was launched yesterday, and it's not often we have sort of very exclusive things on this channel, but we have one today. I don't like the way the car locks itself and unlocks itself like that. Illuminate the future, indeed. So, Changan Deepal S07. Why not? Is there a button here to open the tailgate? Would you press that? Hold on a second, viewers. That's not very good, is it? Okay, there is a button. It's just to the right-hand side, which is unusual. There we go. The boot is just short of 500 litres on this car. So you're not going to forget exactly what it is, because the parcel shelf's got its name on it. That's good. It's probably the best, because if you go down to the pub and you tell people, I just bought the new Changan Deepal S07, they're going to say, what is a Changan Deepal S07? You say, well, it is a very nice car. Hopefully I will find that as well once I've finished this video. Yeah, it looks okay. We've got this nice load blind and this little LED boot lamp here. We've got a couple of places to put some bags and things. Obviously we don't get a spare wheel because, well, why would you want one of those? Charging cables in there. I don't know if that's standard or not to get one of those. Just close this boot, electric release. I think this car actually looks quite nice, really. It's not at all ugly. I think it's actually quite stylish, and it's sort of slightly generic sort of upper end SUV type way. We've got these door handles. Hopefully these will work in future years as well. We've got this sort of simulated wood effect. Now you can get 3 different interior colours. I would prefer a lighter interior colour to this, but I can't really be picky considering this is one of the very first cars imported into the country. So let's see what it's like in here. Oh, nice panoramic sunroof, very light and airy, lots and lots of room. Got some damped grab handles there, got a little light there. Do we have an armrest? Oh, I need to pull this a bit further, there we go. Yes we do, and oh gosh, I mustn't put anything in there, dear me. Woo! Okay, oh, we got physical climate controls in here as well, and everything like that. Brilliant. One thing I'm reassured to see is we've actually got a physical keyhole to put the key in if there's a problem. Brilliant. Like that. That.
Let's explore the world together.
Oh, hello Deepal. Let's explore the world together. Okay. So we've got nice physical switches on here. These are for the windows. That's actually the get out of the car. I imagine there's a physical release somewhere if that breaks. I hope so anyway. Physical sort of controls on the steering wheel, which is good. We've actually got Mercedes-Benz style stalks. They look like they're out of my mother's old S07 C-Class estate, actually, these, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. Steering wheel, very fashionable 2-spoke design. Right in front of me, you can barely see it, but there's how it's displayed. Actually, that has moved as I've got in the car. Do I want to talk to the car? I don't know, viewers. I feel a bit funny about that, really. But there we go. There's only one specification for the Deepal S07. It is this one, and it is 39,990. Oh, hello, Mr. Quirk.
How are you?
Oh, look, the proper channels are turned up.
You're a proper channel. You've been on the map for years.
Thank you, sir. Well, I have you down on the list for Deepal S07 later on,
Yes.
so I shall continue and I'll let you have a go later.
Wow, look, the electric Musso.
Oh, yes, electric Musso
what
and
we've got.
Capri.
That's what we're in now.
See you later, sir. It's a crazy day down here in Coventry at all this SMMT stuff going on. Glove box. Can we get my secret mission document in the glove box? Let's see if we can do that. Yes. Yes, we can. Brilliant. That's good. Yeah, so if there's no actual start-stop button for the car. You just put it in drive, and that's also the I think all the safety systems on there and stuff. So I think that's about be for cruise control, adaptive cruise control. Got 360 cameras. Let's have a look at the 360 cameras, see if that works. There we go, viewers. Oh, hang on, no, it's turned on. So let's position the cameras where we need them, like this. Brilliant. Actually, they're quite nice. Can we have a wide-angle one? Oh, yes. 3D camera. Oh gosh. Ooh, it's starting to be Deepal. My Deepal's gone funny. That's better. Yeah. It's all just quite nice. I mean, I personally prefer some more stuff in front of here. I presume this is for some warning lights or something like that. Interesting. So yeah, I'd definitely would be using head-up display because that actually shows me, you know, what gear I'm in and you know, what speed I am and things like that. But we can look over here. We can operate the climate controls, heated seats. There's a telephone function. If you want to access social media, what is social media for when you're driving? Anyway, tyre pressure is on here. It all looks pretty straightforward. I do gather we've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, a wireless charging pad. Let's open up here. It all feels very well made. Is that chilled? Wow, excellent. Very nice. It's actually quite a nice quality interior. Can we shut this blind? Or does that not do anything? Oh, hello. Yes. I mean, there we go. So we don't actually want to have that shut permanently. Just if it gets a bits on the... It gets a little bit on the light side. We can close that, but we need to open because I need some light in this interior because, like everything these days, it's a dark headliner in here. Seats feel very comfortable. Oh, that's nice. Do we have ventilated seats in here, viewers? Let's have a look. Got warm, 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 warm. No, that's a warm one. There's the button there. That's for heating and ventilation. You know, it's not as bad as I sort of thought it would be. We're already connected to a phone in here. Where are the USB-C ports in this car? Do we not have any? Or do we just have to rely upon the wireless charging? There must be some in here. I'll see if I can find them. So yeah, we've got that. We've done the glove box and things. Nice big door bins. It just feels very well made. Nice squishy materials up there. Little tray for putting, I don't know, stuff in there if you want to put it in. Yeah. It's interesting. Right, I think what we'll do is I'll see if I can familiarise myself a bit more with this system. And apart from that, I suppose we'd better have a look under the frunk. Right, physical button here. So if I do this, it cycles through information, 105 miles. There is total energy, average energy, and then yeah, 73%, 210 miles. Tire pressures are on there, which is good. We've got shortcut buttons, driving position. There we go. So we can adjust the mirrors on this. There's another button just down here, which isn't currently bound to anything. So yeah, I think my mirrors are okay actually, so that's good. At least I know I can get to them quite quickly. One thing I will say, we've got all these things up here, and if I have to sort of fiddle around up here to adjust my mirrors, I'm not so keen on that kind of thing. That probably isn't my favourite. We can go sort of like this though to have some nice backgrounds. And so here we go, vehicle settings, energy flow, Amazon Music and whatever, Android Auto, and whatever vehicle settings. My gosh, there's so much in here. Side mirrors, okay, so we have found the side mirrors. The fog lamp is in here. Now, I don't know if I like the fact that if I want to adjust the headlamps, I've got to go into this thing here. I prefer to have a physical button for that. So we're going to put those back on. Right, so all the stuff's in here. This is it. This is how it works. And you can sort of swipe and things, but I'm so glad we got that, because otherwise I would find this a bit tricky. It's really weird. You can't really see the head display on camera, but it is there. It absolutely is. Right, so let's have a look under the frunk, shall we? So this is the frunk, and it's actually quite big. That's very impressive. So you could, that charging cable bag just in the boot, you can just throw the cables into here. and it'd be absolutely fine. Wow. There's some very nice touches in this car. I don't know if I like all of it, but I do appreciate some excellent touches that we've actually got in the Deepal S07. So I'm just making sure my figures are correct here. The front boot, frunk, whatever you want to call it, 145 litres. The rear standard boot is 445 litres. Right, I think that's probably enough about the car. Let's take it out on the road and again, and we'll see what it's like. Okay, viewers, right, so the camera's focused. There are the USB-C and USB ports. They are actually here, so that's good. So yeah, alternative reality HD, which would that be? Ooh. You can feel, actually the car's quite heavy. You can feel that. It would be closer to 2 tons, I imagine, a big thing like this. And obviously if you're used to driving little normal combustion cars, which I generally do, then it's very different of an experience. But I have driven big, heavy electric cars before, and this is one of the nicest ones I've driven, actually. Yeah, it feels good. I want more regen, and I need to know what the driving mode's going to do. But as it is at the moment, it's still pretty good. How much power have I used? I've used a few miles. That's okay. You know, I'd like to use a bit less than that. Let's go back to the screen here. Yeah, there's all sorts of controls in here for lights and controls, and oh, there's the driving mode, just here. It's taken me a while to find that. Let's put it in eco and see what happens. There we go. Right, now we've actually got some regen braking. Why it's so difficult to find the driving modes in here, I don't know. That is a bit of a shame. Actually, the regen is so severe in this that you can drive it a bit like an old Nissan Leaf, the e-pedal mode. Yeah. I'm actually pretty impressed with this car, you know. I'm not sure I'd necessarily buy one. I'm not sure it's exactly me. It does come under the, luxury car tax threshold. And now I've got it into the mode that I actually like. You've got hill descent control in here, so I'll see if I can actually kind of bring the prompt up on the screen at some point so you can see this. But it is there. It's just I'm just getting used to it, and there's no other information about where anything is. So it's funny being the first one, isn't it? You know, or one of the first. So because you just don't really know what's going on, which is exciting. But not necessarily the most relaxing feeling. He needs to deal with his bumps quite well. So yes, let's get this car back and come to some conclusions about the Changan Deepal S07. I just need to double check some information, viewers, before I get anything wrong. So the range on this car, according to WLTP Cycle, is 294 miles. The battery is 80 kilowatts. The charging speed is not actually that fast. It's under 100 kilowatts, but apparently they're supposed to be working on that. Ooh, let's move me forward again. So yeah, 10 to 80% charge is about 45 minutes, which again, for a car like this, isn't necessarily that impressive at the moment, but maybe will change. And it's got 0 to 60 time of 7.9 seconds, which is quite fast. The company actually is in partnership with Huawei, who actually make a lot of these little MiFis. You've probably got one as well, maybe like this. There you go. This is a Huawei product. So that's the connection in there. So viewers, should you consider a Changan Deepal S07? Well, I don't see why not. I mean, for a company that's literally launched last night in this country, they launched yesterday, I don't know really what to make of it, because we haven't got anything really to say so far. I quite like the quality of the car. I like the way the car drives. I think the price is relatively competitive for what it is. You get a 7-year warranty and 8-year warranty on a battery. So, you know, that is good. What will happen? I don't know, viewers. It's kind of exciting to be in this position where you just don't know what's going to happen, and it's all kind of up in the air, and to be one of the very first in this country to drive this. But there we go. I suppose that's it, really. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment below. And we shall see you again very soon for some more very rushed and pretty rubbish videos.